sure.
I would love to see what messing this up looks like if what we've already seen hasn't been messing this up.
Kyrie, Kyrie, ballin' like I'm Kyrie, Kyrie, I miss it.
Sign and trade would be the best option. Are you going to try to get Russell Westbrook? You're going to get John Wall? I don't think the Nets would do that. You know, somebody like Jalen Brunson with the Dallas Mavericks, I think they'd love to do.
I crush her over, crush her, and break her ankles. I said, ooh.
Christian Winfield for the New York Daily News.
What happened with KD, bring Kyrie here to win a championship. If Kyrie walks, there is no championship. That doesn't happen.
Kyrie, Kyrie, ballin' like I'm Kyrie,
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, ESPN Radio, Sirius XM Channel 80, and your smart speakers. Good morning,
New York
guys.
looks nice right there.
Yeah.
It's summertime, baby. So it looks like in the summertime.
You know, in the Bay Area, we were talking about Kyrie a lot this morning in the Golden State Warriors. That the Bay Area, that look that Key is looking out at, the Brooklyn Bridge and that river. Bay Area is because it's like 5 times as wide. Anytime you see a river and the bridge going over it, sun dappled on the water. Yeah.
It's cool today.
That's not L.A. L.A. is a different look.
No, I'm saying today that looks good. Tomorrow it'll be raining and it'll just be a whole deal.
It's supposed to rain later today.
Is it real?
Today? I think tonight.
Oh.
I think tonight, yeah. Tonight. You don't have to wait.
Oh, God. Get it in while you can, I guess.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Good morning. Max Kellerman?
Yes, Max Kellerman. Kyrie. Kyrie. Is he still going to be a Brooklyn Net when the season starts? Here is Bobby Marks, ESPN NBA front office insider on the 6 o'clock Sports Center on the ramifications of this whole situation.
They both need each other. That's the ramifications when you look at Kyrie with his $36.5 million player option. Who is out there to go out and sign him? Is it going to be Portland, Orlando, Indiana, San Antonio? Those aren't very attractive situations. So there's not much leverage from Irving's situation. On the other end, what's it for Brooklyn? You let him go. Let's say he goes to the Lakers for the mid-level exception. Let's say he wants to take a $26 million discount. Well, who's going to replace him? Now you're left with Kevin Durant and Ben Simmons and your mid-level exception at $10.3 million. So they need each other to get a deal done, either in the offseason if Irving opts out or if he opts into his contract.
Thank you, Bobby, for talking some damn sense. Like everybody yesterday was blowing up about all this report that came out and he could potentially go to the Knicks. I'm like, well, the Knicks don't even have cap space for him. Same with the Lakers. Like, how are they going to make that work? And then, by the way, if you're Brooklyn, why the hell are you letting this guy go? This is a negotiation tactic for Kyrie to get exactly what he wants, and that is his money. He wants to get his money. There's a reason why yesterday, when all this stuff started to come out, Kyrie Irving tweeted a gif of Brother Muzane from The Wire, right? Where literally...
Brother
Muzan, yes.
Yeah.
Muzane.
Because the first time I heard it, I said, moves on? What's he talking about? Oh, Muzan, yeah.
And he talks about reform. He's looking at dilapidated buildings.
Reform.
And he says, reform.
What's his name?
Reform.
He had a sidekick. What was his name?
I don't remember.
Yeah, reform,
what is it?
so-and-so. Yeah.
Yates, who is it? You know Yates? Yates might be able to chime in, but...
Because he put his name on the end.
All I'm saying to you at this moment is that Kyrie Irving is staying in Brooklyn. He's not going anywhere. And if you're the Brooklyn Nets, your back is against the wall. You have maybe the potential best player in the game in Kevin Durant, whose partner in crime is Kyrie. The demand on the market isn't the same because they're not sure what they're going to get. And these two together with Ben Simmons give you the best chance to win a championship.
You know what's crazy, too, when you think about the Nets? You know how, like, Clay came back from 900-something days off, and we're all, many of us are expecting next year to be better because usually that first year back, you're not 100% or as good as you're going to be. You need that under your belt, get your body together, and then the following year, guys, KD had a ruptured Achilles. Who is to say that physically he won't be better next season, more distance from the injury, NBA games under his belt? To me, when he's healthy, KD is still the best player in basketball. I would still rather have him than anybody else. And Kyrie, too. Kyrie is maybe the most skillful player in basketball. Those two together, for all the problems that there's been so far, you still look at them and you go, show me two guys better.
Yeah, the Brooklyn Nets are up against it, though. They're up against it because Kyrie wants his money. But if you're saying the availability is an issue for me to give you the full value of your money,
because I still have reservation as an organization on whether or not you're going to be there for us all the time, it makes a person look at other places. Now, Jay, you know Kyrie. I don't know him, but I can certainly ask you this question, though. The relationship between him and LeBron James seems to be better than it was several years ago. If we remember, Kyrie came out several months ago and talked about their relationship. It talked about how he was immature when he was in Cleveland with them. So to me, that tells me he's eyeing something. And I understand when you get into Bobby Marks and the cap and this and can they do this and how they going to trade in the contract mid-level.
He's a big believer, and you'll figure that out.
I get it.
Figure out the details.
They'll figure all that out. Yeah. Didn't Golden State figure out what to do with Wiggins and later on and figure out what to do with Clay? They'll figure it out.
Where there's a will.
There's a way, there's a will. Can and will he be willing to sit down and have a conversation with Mr. James and his representatives and the Lakers if, in fact, he's eyeing that so LeBron could sell him on getting back together? Because one of the things
I look at is the Lakers. That's the only one.
Look at this, though.
Yeah.
You ain't won nothing without me. I ain't won nothing really without you. I love you. I was trying to teach you. I'm begging you to come play with me.
But I had to learn, too. I had to learn,
too.
Yeah.
Plus, L.A. is nice. Spring Hill, man. You know you want to be in the business of movies. I could get you there. We can get you there. Me coming to L.A., man, my empire, I'm a billionaire now. I came to L.A., and it just took me to a whole nother level. I'm just selling you, Jay. All I'm doing is trying to sell you.
Know what I think, Jay? I think, just real quick,
Sure.
Shaq, when you hear Shaq and Penny talk, they both recognize, damn, we were just young and immature. We wish that. When you hear Shaq and you heard Kobe talk, same thing. They should have accomplished more. LeBron and Kyrie is kind of like that, but who says they still can't accomplish more? It's not over yet.
I love the sales pitch, Key. 2 reasons why it would never happen.
He ain't buying it.
Here's number 1. The only person that would have been able to get Kyrie Irving to the Lakers would have been Kobe Bryant. You can mark that down. Kobe Bryant would have been able to get this done.
Who still says he can't?
What?
Well, look, Kyrie, you are, if to inherit the legacy of Kobe, LeBron is older. It's not going to be AD. Come and be the next Kobe in LA.
Absolutely.
Because Kyrie Irving has never been second fiddle to anybody. He would be second fiddle to LeBron James in LA. I'm just telling you. And by the way,
leaving eventually.
I hear you, and I think there was a lot of stuff for Kyrie Irving to learn, and I'm glad he opened up about what that relationship means. But let's also not forget that it was the way that Bron spoke about Kai as the kid, right? That Kai wanted to be his own man. So I don't see Kyrie being third fiddle to LeBron James or AD in LA. I don't see it happening.
But the pitch, if I'm LeBron, is Kai, your first fiddle, if not this year, next. I'm going to look at 40 pretty soon. You got this whole thing in front of you. So
and secondly, my second point.
Jay don't want this to happen.
He and me are really trying to make this happen.
If that's what he chooses to do, I'm telling you reasons why I don't think it would happen. Number 2, we've had debates for a long time. And what's your thing always been about KD? Like, why does he hear everything? He's always on the internet. He's always hearing stuff. Like, it gets Key angry about it, right? So one of the things that KD has been hearing for long, who is the best player in the game? Is that LeBron James? Is that KD? You put them against each other. Who would think about this? Their brotherhood. You're telling me Kyrie Irving will leave his brother, the dude that through all the stuff that's happened this year, KD has had his back
for sure. Yeah.
To the dude on the West Coast that people have been comparing about who's greater to of all time. Like, they're thicker than thieves. They're brothers, man. Like, they're in the trenches together.
Here's
that would
a question.
be the biggest knife in the back to Kevin Durant than ever before of anybody who's ever been around.
I don't think KD would do that to Kyrie. Do you think Kyrie reciprocates that kind of love to KD and loyalty to KD on the level KD has it?
Yes.
You do?
I do.
Then it wouldn't
I think when it all comes down to it, I think they are locked. They are intertwined together.
Okay. I mean, you know, Jay, because you know
if
them
he
both.
did, though,
you dialed in with them like that. I'm just saying sometimes
I hear you.
Distance makes things a whole lot better in the end. We separated. I went to Boston and I went to the Nets. It didn't work out. I thought we were going to do it
But I came here because you're a big reason why I came here. You're a big reason I came here.
This is Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, presented by Progressive Insurance, coming to you live from above the Heineken River.